Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is having a fantastic week thus far. Um, Hope everyone is safe. And let me get started with this video. I want to make a quick educational video on what a trading plan is. I have many people asking me about what a trading plan is and kind of what it is in my trading plan. Certainly don't mind sharing that information to everyone. So let's get started. A simple way to put what a trading plan is like a business plan, right? For a business, there has business operations, so there's a lot of different things you need to list it out right away when you are approaching this business, how to run your operation, things like that. So it's really the same like a trading plan because in trading plan you're gonna have your what are your strategies, kind of what your go-to setups are, uh, how you see the market, what is your risk management or trade management, things like that, and how they're going to help you to be a better trader overall. Okay. And it's important to understand also that a trading plan doesn't have to be the same with mine, with others, or with anybody else that are uh, in general trading, because that trading plan fits you as a person, as a trader, and that it's going to help you to be a better trader. It's not going to help others. So this plan has to make sense to you. It has to be meaningful to you, and it has to be on a consistent uh, tweaks. Okay, so my training plan, I open it all the time, and I change them periodically on things I'm doing. Okay, and there's things that are going to be in there that's going to be changed, that's going to be modified, uh, related to your trading career. Okay, so some people may start trading just now. In their trading plan, they might have a lot more different things. For me personally, because I'm into my later stage of my trading, so many of the smaller things, many of the wording stuff, I won't include in there anymore because it's already been programmed into me, and I know what I'm doing, so I no longer need these kind of hints in there. Okay, so let's get started. This is again my way of my trading plan. Okay, it doesn't have to be this exactly the same way, but I will give kind of what a general breakdown of what you should include in there, how it's going to help you. All right, so let's get started. If you see here, this is kind of my table of content, so to speak, for my trading plan. Okay, so there's different categories and things like that. And let's get started. Right away, my training plan, I talk about kind of personal goals, mindset, and changes. What does that mean exactly? Well, personal goals, it can be trading related, it can be health related, it can be personally related, right? It doesn't have to be trading. Certainly, you need to have a category for trading. It's like your goals in trading, whatever it's a percentage return per month or compounding your capital, things like that. But it can also be your personal life, right? You maybe want to be more healthy, you want to lose some weight, you want to read more books, you want to be attending more social events, things like that. That can all be personal goals. Okay. Mindset. What does that mean by mindset? Well, because you're in trading now, and your mindset is the uh, biggest category where you need to master in order to be successful in trading. So, what are some things you go through every month in terms of mindset, emotions? Okay, so are they helping you in trading, or are they not helping you in trading? It's really important because writing down all the things that will help you to be a better trader in mindset, and writing down all the things that are preventing you to be a better trader is going to help you, because you're going to look at this trading plan every day, and you're going to see that, okay, so I made this emotional mindset mistake last time, and I'm going to tweak it. I'm going to make sure I work on it so it doesn't happen again. Okay, so the third one, changes. See, it related to the previous two. So what changes do I want to make? Okay, is it my strategy, my risk management? That's all related to trading, or is it my personal life? Is it less 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 social media, less YouTubing, watching things, Netflix, right? Things like that. You want to cut away some of those. You want to focus more on trading. You want to focus more about health, things like that. So those are the changes that you can put in. That's going to help you. The reason I have this at the right beginning, because that's going to be the thing that you look at it every day and right away catches your attention, and that's the ones that you're going to work on. Okay, this is to me is way more important than the rest I'm going to go over, because I already master what I need to master in trading. So the growth part is super important, because I know that's going to help me to be even a better trader and more consistently in the long run. Okay, so let's go into trading checklist. What do I mean by that? So let me show you a couple of examples here. So trading checklist, what do I mean by that? So obviously in your trading checklist, you should have a bunch of criteria where you kind of want to go through every time when you open the charts, when you go through the market. Okay. For me personally, because this comes to me second nature already, so there's a lot of checklists in there that really is minor that I won't include anymore. But these are the things that I'm just picking out a few that's always going to be on my checklist every time I open up my charts. Okay, so couple these are a couple ones that I really think you guys should really pay attention to, and kind of if you can work that in your trading plan, that would be great as well. So first one I talk about, accept any trades could be end up in a loss regardless of technical analysis. So just as it sounds, right away when I enter a trade, I already accept that this trade could be in a loss. It's the mentality game right away. Okay, I'm not hoping I can win. I'm not hoping that I will be profit. I already accept that this trade can be a loss. Doesn't matter how good the technical, doesn't matter fundamental news, doesn't matter anything. I already accept that this trade could be a loss, so that when I do experience a trade at a loss, I'm not at a disadvantage because I already been programmed into that. Okay, and on the other hand, if the trade goes to your favor, then great because I don't have any emotion attached to it. Okay, so this is the second part. You need to manage your emotional response on the outcome of this trade, regardless if it's win or lose. Because just as I said, if you're going to be overly happy when you win a trade and overly sad when you lose a trade, then trading certainly isn't going to work out for you in the long run because it's just too much psychological effects in your brain. We're humans; we just simply cannot take those roller coaster ride every day, every week, every year. Okay, you're going to be drained from doing that. Okay, so third one I talk about, you are responsible for your action, the market, the people around you, not the cause of your losing trades, because you need to understand that no one is forcing you to trade except yourself. Okay, so for you to blame your strategy, your mentor, the market, the people like your family, your friends, because you took a losing trade, you need to look at yourself in the mirror and say, who is responsible for that? You are. Okay, get that in your brain. You're the one who's executing a trade, so don't blame others around you. All right, acknowledge that. So you made the trade. So what happens now? Well, do some reviews, backtesting, review it, see what's wrong, so you don't make the same mistake again. So fourth one, I said make neutral decisions and forecast different possibilities of the price action and structures because that is my strategy, right? I focus on price action, so I'm gonna focus on, you know, doing backtesting on it and forecasting on this so that I'm prepared for the market in any condition. Last one I have, limit to 15 trades a month. This is just one of my things. Again, that fits my style and strategy. I'm just looking for 15, around that number, 15 to 20 on average per month, right? I'm not over trading. I'm not under trading. Uh, I'm trying to cap in this kind of range where in that 15, 20 trades a month, um, you're looking to capitalize on the opportunities in the market. You don't need to take 100 trades a month to be profitable. In fact, you can take 10 trades a month and you will be more profitable than someone who takes 100. Okay, you need to understand that. Someone who tells you differently, you need to really think about what they're saying because I can take 10 trades that are super high probability trades that are going to give me a high probability return, okay, and I'm not losing money on the losing trades. Whereas someone who takes 100 trades a month, they're likely not going to have good probability trades because they're taking a lot of mediocre or low kind of probability trades where they're going to eat up their profitable trades. Okay, so that's my take on a trading checklist. Okay, so let's go on to what I think the other ones in my trading plan. Trading quotes to reflect on. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a lot of books I read. There's a lot of information that I see throughout the years of trading, and they're really helpful for me to kind of reflect on. So I'm gonna share a few, and I think it's good that you guys, if you're gonna create a trading plan, to make sure to do some reading and to do some knowledge obtaining, and whatever quotes that makes sense is the one that it's going to be here that you're going to reflect on every day when you look at your trading plan. Okay, first one I have, trading is a business, require time and hard work to be profitable. Simply as it sounds, right? I'm sure you guys hear this over and over again, but do us as a trader really do that, right? People take trading so not seriously, thinking it is a game or thinking it is so easy to master. But no, trading is a business. Think about the business owner, how much time and effort they put into their business to make it work. Normally, business don't make money for the first 4 or 5 years. Pretty standard, right? Same thing with trading, right? So don't have you have to have that expectation of trading. That's it's exactly like a business. It requires effort and time and work to make it work. All right. Second one I have to talk about, if you can handle $1,000 account, then you can handle $100,000 account. Okay, you don't suddenly know how to manage your risk and emotion on money by acquiring more of it. Okay, the biggest, easiest example to say is the lottery winners, right? People who win lottery generally go broke, and you're thinking, how can someone who win millions and go broke? Well, because they have no money management ideas. They're just average people who suddenly got so much money, they have no idea how to do with it. They spend it, they gamble it away, they buy things they don't need. So money gradually drop down in a couple of years because they have no idea how to grow with money. This is the same idea here. If you cannot be profitable with $1,000 account, you certainly cannot be profitable with a larger account. That's I'm sorry to say it to a lot of traders, but that's the truth. Okay, and I often hear traders saying they don't have the capital to make it big, and I'm looking at their account or I'm looking at their trades. I'm telling them, hey, if you're taking these trades, then you're certainly not going to be profitable if you're having a larger capital because you're over trading, you're risking more because maybe 5-10% per trade on $1,000 account is not much, but well, 5 or 10% per trade on $1 million account is huge. Certainly, no investor is going to let you play around with their 5-10% per trade if they're giving you $1 million to trade, right? It's just that simple. Okay. Third one, talk about sustainability. Everything you need to do needs to be sustainable, right? Just like that example I just mentioned. If you can be sustainable on $1,000 account, then you can be sustainable on $1 million account, and you're gonna make a lot of commission of someone who is willing to let you control their capital to trade. Many traders out there are not trading their money, right? They're trading investors' money. They're trading other people's uh, money that they have extra that they're willing to take a little bit more risk trading in general, and that they're willing to do that if you can prove consistency and sustainability. Okay, so last one I have. This is actually a good quote that I have from that book, Trading the Zone. So traders who make it beyond the threshold of consistency usually experience a great deal of pain, both emotionally and financially, before they acquire the attitude to function effective in the market environment. So I really like this a lot because it reflects exactly what I've been through. Okay, it says usually they go through a deal of pain where both emotional and financially. What does that mean? Well, certainly you're going to lose money before you get this. Right? Certainly you're going to lose money in the market before you understand what trading is. Certainly I did, and certainly I go through a great deal of emotional pain, psychological pain because of the ups and downs and all the mistakes I have made, and that is why this is in there for me to remind myself that I made it. I passed this area when I'm into that threshold of consistency now, and trading is going to open up more things for me. Okay, so let's look at another one in my trading plan. So trading past experience, mistakes, and lessons. This is the area where I think is very important to list out all the mistakes that you have made in the past. That is very important for you to remember, to reflect on, because you're trying to eliminate those mistakes. Okay, because trading, when you first get started, you're going to make mistakes. That's fine, but you learn from that. You need to write it down. You need to understand what are the mistakes you made and how to prevent yourself to make the same mistake again. So here's a couple ones I have in there. I said don't exit the trade because of a few candlesticks due to fear. Let the market and the edge play out. Because I have been in a trade before where let's say I'm selling the pair, and then I see on the 1 hour chart I see a couple bullish engulfing candles, right? I'm like, oh shoot, my short trade is not looking good now, so I should exit it now. And then guess what happened? A couple hours later, you see the massive push to the downside, and your trade would have hit your profit. But you exit due to fear, you exit due to you see some lower time frame movement and you got scared, right? And that was one of the mistakes I made, and I don't want that to get to me again, and that's why I have this in there. Second one that I have in there: don't trade after 2 losses, take 2 days off. Again, that's because in the beginning of my trading career, uh, I would overtrade, I would revenge trade. Okay, that is what I talk about in revenge trading. There's a video on that if you guys are interested to see it. Uh, don't trade after 2 losses because I will calm your mind down. That will be put ease into your mind, and you'll come back. You're ready to go. Otherwise, you just keep over trading. You're just entry trade with no analysis. So, last one I have, trading plan is set in place to not have FOMO, which is fear of missing out. I'm sure everyone heard of this term before. And leaving profit on the table is also exiting too quickly and things like that. So if you have your trading plan in place and all your trade management, risk management, your strategies in place, then you shouldn't have these emotional swings because you're following a plan. So the only thing you should do is reflect on your plan and reflect on your trades and you say, okay, well, this last month, these things have happened, and I think I can tweak my trading plan a little bit so that it will work for my strategy and style. So the next month, you tweak that trading plan a little bit and you'll follow it accordingly. And you're consistently tweaking it so that finally you'll get to a point where, okay, this works for me and I'm going to stick to that and I'm not going to change this anymore. And that's going to work out for you in the long run. All right. So that's kind of past experience, mistakes, and things like that. Last 2 ones that I want to go over is trade enter criteria, go to setups. These are the entries I have. So what you really need to do is have a checklist where what you want to see in the market in order for you to execute a trade. So it could be like, for example, I'm looking at a double top. I'm looking at for some structure to develop. I'm looking for a confirmation on the breakout, things like that. And then you will have multiple screenshots to show that this is how you would execute a trade. Okay, I can't show you on TradingView, I believe, because I can only show you what's on TradingView itself. I can't show you other things here, but generally speaking, this is what you would do: is list out all the things you need to make sure you see in the market. So it's a checklist almost, and then have a few screenshots to prove that that is your strategy to go to, and how to manage it accordingly. So last one, trade management. What do you have in trade management? Well, I talked about risk management, right? Risk management about risking how much per your account percentage or a set amount that you want to risk, and then how to manage a trade once you're in, right? When you're entering the trade, how to enter a trade. Is it a breakout? Is it a reversal? How to set your stop loss? And then what is your target price, right? What is your TP? Where you're looking to take the trade to? Do you have a target? Do you have a first target? Do you have a second target? And how to manage the trade accordingly. So if the market start reacting, what is your exit strategy? What makes you to exit? You don't exit based on your emotion. This is what I talked about earlier with exiting with 1 or 2 candlesticks. That's just based on emotion. Is that your trading plan to exit because I see 2 bullish engulfing candles? No, clearly not. So don't do it because if it's your emotion, right? Exit based on your management style. Like, what is your management? Are you exiting because you see this happening on the lower time frame and then you exit accordingly? So if you follow that to your teeth, you follow that by word, then there shouldn't be any emotion because you're just following a plan. And you can change your plan over time that works for you, and you find out what's best for you and you change it accordingly, and you won't make the same emotional mistakes again. Okay, so that pretty much summarized kind of how my training plan will go. Okay, I hope this gives new traders or experienced traders a different perspective on how they can uh, tweak their trading plan. Okay, and I repeat this earlier as well. This is my trading plan. It doesn't have to be yours. You certainly don't need to include everything I have because I certainly probably don't have what you have because this works for me and I tweak it on a consistent level so that it works for me every time I reflect on it. Okay, it's important thing to know is it has to work for you, it has to work for you only because it's a trading plan for you as a trader. So think about what you need to include there, the what kind of risk management, trading plan, trading management, what kind of goals, mindset, what are some checklists that you need to go through, what are some past experience that you cannot forget about that you need to include there so you don't make the same mistakes. Okay, those are very, very important, guys. And finally, your criteria to enter your trade, what your strategy, whatever strategy you're using, use it accordingly so you won't trade based on emotion. All right, guys. So thank you very much for watching this a little bit longer video, but I hope I break down most of the things that people want to hear. As always, if you have questions and comments, feel free to ask me here on TradingView on YouTube, and I will chat with you everyone next time. All right, thank you very much.